Alright, okay, so I just got done with some coffee, some breakfast. Technically, for you guys, it's like I just woke up. Except for the real truth is I've been up since last night because I work overnight. So I just kind of started it might look like I just started my day, but I definitely did not. Okay, so I just got to downtown St. Paul. The reason why I'm here is because I'm going to be shooting some photos for my class, and I have about another class in about an hour-ish, which I'm going to be attending. I'm going to bring you guys along for the journey, and then as I take photos, I'll show you guys what it looks like when I take the photos and some of the behind the scenes of how I compose my shots, and then maybe even some editing things that I do to the photo and how I plan on making it look good afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. I got to find parking, and then let's start skating. Okay, I'm just skateboarding around right now, and I found some pretty good photos and some good locations. I like street movement, especially with movement in downtown. The only things you're going to capture is either people or vehicles or an animal, but I already shot squirrels last time. I'll check some of those photos up real quick. But I wanted something new, and I don't know what I can exactly shoot, so I'm going to try to go closer to these buses and this main street right here, because I think I can get some sick photos of people walking and shit. You guys already know I had to park in the back of the lot just because I don't want any cars nearby me to deal or ding me. I don't even want to encourage them to try to, but as you can see in the distance, I'm gonna actually probably blur that out. There's a really beautiful, also, look how coordinated the fit is. Shirt, tan with black lettering on it, and then shoes are white, tan with black on it. Low-key, perfectly match fit, but anyways. Now, the good part about parking far away from the rest of the people is you make sure that no one will ever door ding your car. The sucky part about it is then you have to walk that entire distance. There is a parking garage on my campus, which I'm thinking about driving my car up to the top and seeing if I can get a cool photograph. Figured I might as well try to get the photo, so yeah, I'll show you guys the photo. I was able to find this little spot right here, so I'm gonna quickly post up and take some photos, and you guys will see how they come out in a second. I'm gonna stop parking like an absolute douchebag and get out of the way for the rest of my fellow students. I'm gonna get out of the way now. I do feel like a bit of a dickhead. This is marked off on its own side. Ooh, that sky though. Hold up one second, I'm gonna take a photo of the sky. It's such a cool color right now. Watching some YouTube. Right now in the video, it should be about 3 minutes and 16 seconds in. I just edited until this moment. I find this stuff fascinating because people do things in different process, but when I'm in the middle of like creating something, I like seeing it as I go. So this is the actual like list of all the files. It's not going to show right now because I just exported it, so it no longer has the embedded videos, but if I go into detail, you can just even see the amount of different layers I have, different effects I have to it, and all that. That's what pretty much this shows. Okay, so next thing on the agenda is I'm going to be picking up some tape. It sounds stupid, but I saw a photo of someone on their diffuser with white tape around the back of it. So it highlighted the shape and the edges of the diffuser. I'm going to go get some tape. I have some around my house. I couldn't quite figure out the one I wanted to use, but I have to jump across this as it goes down and try not to set it off. So let's see if we can do it first try. Did it, first try, let's go. Okay, my car is parked up right here. Pretty much I want to point out what I'm going to do. Now with all these fins right here, I'm going to tape it on the outside, and it's going to create a white border around all the edges, and it's going to highlight the diffuser so it doesn't get lost in the darkness. I have a feeling it's going to look really cool with the rest of the wrap, and it's going to bring in more white, which is always a good thing, especially for this livery. I don't have enough white, so let's do it. I do have some white accents like in the stitching right here. I do have some white accents on the interior, but I do want to make this white. I'm thinking about creating custom door cards. So, actually shit, if I see a Michaels, I'm going to pick up some cool white fabric and try to cover that up myself. Okay, so I was able to get the tape, which is going to be nice because I am excited to do something a little cosmetic-y, not necessarily something needed, but it's gonna look sick in my opinion. And then on top of that, remember that lady that hit me? She ended up sending me the money for the brand new clip, so I ordered a new clip online. I actually ordered before she sent me the money. I was just hoping that she would. But yeah, I'm gonna replace the front clip right there, because if I take this off right now, it's actually a lot easier than it used to be. I mean, it's a little bit harder than it used to be. I did like mess with it a little bit, but it should not be that easy to take off a front bumper. And if I can show you guys, I don't think there's anything that's holding this on. Oh, the front up here. Anyways, you guys can see that it literally is just cracked right there. As you can tell, it's just cracked right there. So, anyways, I'm going to be replacing this, putting on a brand new one, and then, I'm going to be honest, I'm proud of myself for realizing what happened as it happened. As you can see, this is what it looks like, or this is what's left of it. And then this is what the entire piece is supposed to look like. As you can tell, it is clearly broken. I'm not even gonna lie, I thought that's what happened. I didn't know 100%, so I'm kind of impressed with myself for even being able to recognize just based off the initial hit. Like, I didn't even get to go outside really and look around before I kind of figured out what it was. But yeah, that's actually funny that I guessed it right. I'm happy it's just this plastic clip. It looks like nothing else is damaged. This clip, is going to be pretty easy to replace. Everything else looks fine. The crash bar isn't bent. It is straight. Everything looks good on the inside, which is such a relief. And that only this thing broke. Okay, so this is what the broken clip looks like. And as you can see, it's only a portion of what the actual full clip is. I drilled it back in. All the mounting points right there, down below right there, and right there still line up perfect. And this is the moment of truth. Does the clip in better? I'm going to need two hands for this because I got to wedge this fender liner behind it and clip it in up there. So give me a second. Okay, the structural rigidity is back. It is 100% again. It gives me a lot of confidence when driving to make sure that that my bumper is now secure again. I think I'm going to wash down the engine bay for the first time ever. I have not washed this engine bay since I've had the car because I'm scared about water pooling up here and there. So I'm going to cover up the engine, I'm going to cover the engine and the spark plugs and the battery, and then I'm just going to hose down the rest of this car. Should be waterproof, so. Okay, so I did one as a proof of concept to see if I like it. And looking at it from afar, it highlights the rear and then the actual individual blade of the diffuser. I like how it looks, and the tape was able to be applied in such a way where it looks crispy, like it's meant to be there. So I think I'm going to take off the entire diffuser, except for that one, the side ones, and I think I'm going to do every fin, and I don't think I'm going to do this bottom piece. I don't think I'll do. Maybe I will because I'm doing the sides, but we'll see. I'm going to take off this entire thing. It's chassis mounted, so it's going to take a little bit, but I'm going to take it off, and then now that I have a proof of concept, I'll do it to the rest of the blades, and I think it's really going to tie in that off-white theme and with the white accents. I think it looks sick. Relatively, this is pretty easy to do, and I've been able to get them all done pretty fast with very little edges, and you can see it's even on both sides. It's right down the middle. This is actually relatively easy to do, so if anyone has a diffuser and they want to like add a little bit of flair to it and just make it stand out from the rear end, I recommend doing this. It looks really cool too. So there it is all said and done. It only took about 20-ish minutes, but just looking at the rear now, that stands out and it looks sick in my opinion. It's going to also match the rest of the vibe of the car with the other white accents that go on throughout the rest of the car. There's going to be entire livery right there. There's going to be more lettering right there. There's going to be more, and as you can see on the hood, there's a lot of white accents on the air intake. These heat extractors, I also washed down the engine bay, so it's currently airing out, which is what I was waiting for as I did this. But it looks really good. I mean, literally, it costs like a couple bucks to get some tape, some artist tape, and then that's the end result. I think it looks good. After that drive, I ended up in downtown. I wanted to make sure that my engine bay was completely cooled off. I found this super cinematic location, so I'm gonna take some photos and shoot some things. As you guys can see, I'm excited for these photos.
I told her ride it like a rental, it's just a rental. I'm not with all the sentimentals, just keep it simple, you wanna know.